Hi, my name's Jack, and this is what will probably be the first video in our introduction beginner's guide to fighting series. The title of this one is What is a Fight? And why do we fight? Well, here I am in a typical beginner city, and as you know, you can build houses and you can build some workshops, and soon our city will look like this, and then like this, and this, and so it will grow and grow by stages until eventually it looks like this. Well, that's the city building part of the game, but as you know, it's not just the city. We also progress our game by going to the world map. So here we go to the map. Right, so there is our city, and we have a ring of provinces around us, and then there's another ring and another ring, which you'll hear about later. The aim is to complete a province. Let's just go inside and show you what that means. There you go. Inside the province there are 8 what are known as encounters. I have done 6 of them already, just to save some time for the video, and you have to successfully complete them in order to get a reward. So let's go and have a look at 2. We'll go into this one first. So we have opened that encounter, and here we go. This is the whole game of Elvenar summed up in the choices that you have, which are that you can negotiate this encounter in the province in order to you will spend coins, and you will spend supplies, and you will spend some goods, planks in this case, to win the encounter. So let us show that to you now. There you go, you've negotiated it and you've won yourself. Don't worry about what these things mean, you'll learn about them later. But you've won yourself 1 silk relic, you have won yourself 1 knowledge point, and you have got 1 global ranking point, which means that your score is now 1 point higher. And now we have 1 encounter left, and we'll just click to show you the other alternative. We are going to fight. And this is the first fight you're going to see. So in we go. And we see here we have 1 war dog. Don't worry about what that means, he's a kind of soldier. And we have 1 squad. It's a squad of 7 war dogs, Cerberuses they're called. And there we have Enchantress. We have 2 of them in a squad. Okay, and you see the little screen that pops up. He's actually called a Hellhound these days. His name changed. Righty. So what we have to do now is we've got to select some troops. There is in our barracks. That's what we have available. Later on, see there's a barracks there. Barracks. Later on, of course, we will expand that barracks as the game goes on, and we will start to train our own, but at the moment that's all we've got. There will also be other types available at a later stage, but again, that's down the road, still coming. So let's select ourselves an army, and we always take as many as we can. The reason for that being, when we come to fighting, we now have 4. In a round, we will have 4 of our squads who can each have a go. The enemy only has 2, so we get 4 hits in a round. They only get 2. That's obviously to our advantage. So now we've showed you how to select your armies. Now in we go. And what you're going to see now is the battlefield. So there we are on the battlefield. There is the 2 enchantresses in the squad. There are the hellhounds. There are our men. So obviously what we've got to do is we've got to try and wipe her out as soon as we can. So there we go, we're going to give an attack. Bang, and her numbers are now down from 2. There's only 1 of her left now. So this chappy here we probably would rather keep him where he is, because he's going to be useful there later, so we'll take that one. Alrighty, so that's the end of her. And we can just sort of hang around waiting for this guy to arrive. That's the Hellhound. He's had a go at us. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come at him from behind to open some space up. So I'll take my one soldier there and I'll smack at him. And then I'm going to take my next soldier and just sort of bring him into the fighting area. This character can go over there. He has a bang. And this one can sort of come up into position as well. Then it's the enemy's round. He has a go. And of course we have now won the fight. There's no chance he's going to win. We're going to just attack him once with our depleted group. See, we've already lost out of the 60 we had when we started. We only have 2 left, but it doesn't matter. We've got enough. This chappie can come into the battle. And let's put that one over there. And this is just probably the end. Is the end, so we've won that fight. There you go. We've lost really only a couple of men, and we will train them up. We'll train some more. So we won the fight. We go back to the province, and there we go. We have now completed the province, and we have won for ourselves an expansion to our city. Well, here we are back on the map again. If you'll remember, that's what we saw at the beginning, the Silk province, but we've completed it now. We own it, and in the process we have added somebody called Shisha55, who has now become a neighbor. So we will click on the province, and then we can just hit this little button here for neighborly help, and you'll see some little helping hands appear. Click on one of them, let's choose that one over there. See, we get 81 coins. Now, we can go to him every single day, and we'll get our 81 coins every single day. So that's one thing that we get from completing this province, is a neighbor who we can trade with, we can get coins from. But more importantly, we've got ourselves a city expansion. Let's go and look at that. Okay, we're back in our city. Don't worry about the snow crystal. That's part of the competition, which will be over in a day or two. We'll go to the building menu, and we will go to expansions. And lo and behold, for completing the province, this is what we got. So we'll just do that. And we'll now put it, where should we put it? Over there. There. So there we have an expansion there now. We didn't have one before. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. Well, there we go. So what we've done now is we have, first of all, seen a fight. We may not understand entirely how to fight it oneself, but we have seen one. We know what a fight is. We know where to find one. We've also seen a province being completed, and we've seen that we get an expansion out of it, and the other things which I don't even want to go into now, but there are things like rune shards and relics, which really are at a slightly more advanced level than we're talking today, but just take it for granted, take my word for it, that in fact you've got to get those provinces on the world map, every single one you can get your greedy little fingers on. You need to do it, and we've shown you there's 2 ways. One way is through negotiation, in other words, buying with coins and supplies and goods. You buy your way through that encounter, or alternatively, fighting. So now we come to the question of this video. We're getting to the end now, and that is, why must you fight? Well, as luck would have it today, our other admin, Nomar, sent me some screenshots that he'd taken to illustrate a point, and absolutely as a pure stroke of luck, they're exactly what I needed for this video to show you. So we're going to go and look at Nomar's slides now. Right, so here's the first of the slides that I stole from Nomar. It's from a tournament fight he was doing at a higher level than the ones we've done today, doesn't matter. You'll see that it's going to cost you 740 planks 360 silk, and 130 gems. And that's serious materials, you know, you could use those for something better. So let's have a look and see, if you chose not to negotiate, if you went for fighting, how much would it cost you for that? This is a screenshot of the results of that encounter that Elvenar chose to fight. He has selected for himself 5 squads of paladins, with 6 of his paladins in each squad. And you'll see the result of the fight, that the squad on the left, he's lost the whole lot, that's 6. The next squad, he's lost half, that's another 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. And then from one of the other squads, the one second from the right, he's lost 1. So he's lost a total of 10 paladins. The last of Noma's slides, just to prove what a sneaky bugger he is, he went off to the barracks to go and train 10 paladins to replace the ones he lost in this fight. And what do you know? If you look closely, you'll see it's going to take him 4.19 minutes to get 10 paladins. So now you've got to ask yourself, if you want to win this encounter, it's going to cost you, I've got the figures now, I've forgotten them, was it 600 and something planks and 300 silk and 130, I think it was, gems. That's a lot of materials. It's going to be, your factory's working for most of a day maybe to make that amount. And here you can make a squad of paladins for yourself in 4 minutes and 19 seconds. So that's why you got to fight, you see. Because you can save all the silk and the gems, and you can save the planks, and you can use them to build things. Fighting is a very important skill. You mustn't worry about people get squeamish, they will take blood, kill, slaughter, maim. It's a game. Look upon this as a conundrum or a riddle. It's just an exercise. It's a mathematical exercise to be solved. There's no bloodshed, there's no pain. They're just little computer animations that you're dealing with. And if you learn to fight well, particularly in the tournaments, you will get knowledge points that allow you to buy research on the technology tree. You will get expansions for your city where you can build new things. You are really going to do so much better if you learn to fight than if you don't. Earlier today I was in the swimming pool outside. It's hellishly hot in South Africa in December today. And I was thinking, how am I going to close this video off? And I came up with something that I can say to you, and that is that you don't have to fight in Elvenar. However, it's, to me, the analogy I came up with, it's like owning a Ferrari and only driving it in reverse. So, thank you for having watched the first video in our Fighting for Beginners series, and I hope you're going to watch the rest. So we'll see you there. Bye.